Hello and welcome to Decoded by SUAD, a podcast series at Sorbonne University Abu Dhabi. I'm Shamma, I'm a SUAD alumna and your host today. Throughout this year, we're exploring how artificial intelligence is reshaping disciplines, professions, and everyday life. Today's theme is Health and AI, from well-being and burnout prevention to how AI is changing health research. I'm joined by two colleagues, Lama, Professor of Mathematics and AI, and Mariam, a performance specialist and lecturer focused on health and fitness, well-being, and staying connected to oneself. Before we dive in, what's one sentiment or one statement that you hope the listener remembers throughout this podcast?
AI is good and helping us to in research in health and everything, but certainly we have to be very responsible in way of sharing our data and to be aware of how we are using AI for health.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And I would add on that in a world of everything is based on performance and we're looking for performance and in a fast-paced world, it's important, yes, to use AI as a tool, but to always remain human and to come back to yourselves and be aware of your mind, your body, and your well-being.
Mm-hmm. So, today's topic, as we said, is health and well-being. Why do you think this topic is particularly relevant in the context of AI today?
Usually, in our days right now, we have plenty of way to collect data for the health, like watches, like any app or any information that we can share through any AI tool. But this data is helpful because we can somehow prevent or predict or know in advance what problem we might have. But this happened by searching with the AI tools or the AI algorithms behind for a pattern in the data that is repeated. But we have to be sure and be careful, because in this case we have to go back always to our doctors and be responsible of these decisions, because this information is not always the best one for us. We have to double check with our coaches, with our doctors, that this information or this result is adapted to your person exactly and your body.
Mm-hmm. And Mariam, what's your perspective from a sports and well-being angle?
From a sports and well-being angle, again, I'll highlight this. In a world that is full of people chasing their performance and their optimal athletic dreams, it's been the trend lately. It is important that you follow what you are and who you are in terms of abilities, and take your time. We are in a very fast-paced world, and it's very easy to go on ChatGPT, create a program I would like to achieve a certain pace, for example, in running, but it's not that simple. It's important to take your time. It's important to refer to a human coach or a human physician or physiotherapist, whatever it is, the person that is your point of contact, to make sure that it is individualized. It's for you, truly for you, not just a number or just words on a page generated by non-human.
Yeah, that makes sense. So we have a sort of a contradiction here. AI can help your health, but it also can cause stress. Lama, can you tell me what's the biggest misconception that people have about AI and health?
Yes, this is not only in health, but in reality it's the big misunderstanding of AI that might replace the human being. Mm-hmm. Yes, it is helping us in gaining time. Yes, it is helping us in saving some tasks and to work faster or more productive in our day. But we always have to highlight the importance of the human being and human input in anything that we are doing. Mm-hmm. So you find your information, you find your data, you analyze everything, you get your output. But pay attention, the human input is extremely important. In our situation right now in health, let's say, if we're discussing this, we have to go back, as Mariam was saying, to our practitioners, to our coaches, to our doctors, to double check that this output is not like an automatic one that everyone might ask same questions and obtain the same answers. Can be personalized and given exactly to suit your situation and your body.
Mm-hmm. What do you think about that, Mariam?
I will show you now what I think. For example, this watch, a Garmin watch, could show you your stress levels. I'll show you here. but that doesn't mean I'm stressed. So, or the Oura ring, it could give you a score, your sleeping score, for example. It is very easy to get carried away with those numbers, and it almost becomes like a report card. At some point, I think last month when I was preparing for the half marathon, at some point it becomes very daunting and stressful to wake up every morning. Oh, it says readiness -2 and I need 96 hours to recover, but this is not how I feel. So it's not a nice feeling, of course. So this is why there's a huge conflict. Yes, it helps. Yes, it could take your performance to the next level, but you need to always tread this fine line and to be careful with these numbers and to always be kind to yourself. You are a human at the end. AI does not feel.
You should not be controlled by these numbers and these results. They are not the controllers. You are the control. You are the human. So you have to have your input in this, not only take their output and consider it like this is the only thing that can be done and follow it.
That makes sense. I mean, so people should take the numbers or the data that comes out at face value. At the end, you have to be in tune with your body and what your body feels. Okay, I'm going to give you a practical scenario. Imagine a student comes to you, they tell you, I'm exhausted, I'm tired, I'm scrolling every day on social media, I can't sleep. Should I use AI to fix my lifestyle? Mariam, what would you say to the student?
First thing is that it's okay. We all reach to that point of doom scrolling, and it's usually is a big signal of burnout. Burnout is real. AI tool, whilst could be good in terms of decision making, could like simplify decision making, but it's important to, in this moment, to stay in touch with your human life. That means trying to wake up early, get in the sun, go walk, reset your circadian rhythm, connect with nature. I know it's very hard to say connect with nature here, but yes, connect with nature. Light movement will help. Try to look at your nutrition. Try to look at your sleeping pattern. It's not only one day, actually. It could be a few weeks of you not sleeping well. Exactly. And it's a build-up and it's hard work. And this is a very important thing to highlight. Hard work will get you where you want to be. Even if you're burnt out, small patterns, small habits will help for sure to get out of this burnout phase. And I'm sure all of us, exactly.
Makes sense. Lama, what would you say to the student?
Exactly, it's exactly almost the same, but in a more scientific, let's say, point of view, that I can explain what when a student will go or any person will go and write down on a ChatGPT, I'm facing these problems, please give me a solution, please let me know what should I do. As I said, and I will repeat, there will be an answer generated, answer that is a typical answer for every person who will go and ask the same question. Okay, it can help, but it's not the solution for me. The person can use this answer as a tool to figure out which parts suit his or her situation, which part can be adapted to the situation, but it's not going to be the unique solution or the unique way to fix the problem. Okay, so scientifically or mathematically, if you want to see what is happening, ChatGPT doesn't know you. You are nothing. You are not a person. You're not communicating with a person as, yesterday I was not good. You see? No. He doesn't even know who you are. You see? You are putting data, you are putting information. He's analyzing patterns. He's analyzing the sentences. He's predicting word after a word. So scientifically, you're nothing. So he doesn't see what happened with you yesterday, why you are burnt out. As you were saying, maybe problems came from few weeks before. He's not aware of it. Even if you inform him, look, for 2 weeks ago, I was not sleeping for X reason. Okay, very good. But meanwhile, what happened? He cannot analyze these things. So yes, you can have a help, but not the solution for the situation. So
that makes sense. Okay, so Lama, can you tell me, in health research, what are the areas that you have witnessed where AI is already making a difference?
Yes, I can give good examples on that because I work a little bit in health research part in AI. It helps us to predict a little bit what will be happening. For example, if you take the heart flow or I will take a case study, particular case study, when we are seeing or preventing, if we want to prevent like a stroke or something in the heart and doing some CTs before, we can see based on several sample of CTs, we can know in advance that with this pattern or with this situation, in a while there will become a stroke or there will be a stroke. So we can somehow prevent or predict or know in advance what will happen. So we can reduce the risk or reduce the situation by helping or informing the patient, pay attention. We have to change your way of eating, your medicaments, or give some solutions from a doctor, again, not from ChatGPT, to avoid reaching the case itself. And here with Sorbonne, we are leading a project in creating an application for health for women awareness of diabetes. So we are working on an application for health that help us know in advance or to track the situation of the woman, to know in advance if she will have a case in diabetes or not. So there are plenty of applications. I cited only two, but yes, it is helping us. But the main idea is to know in advance a little bit how we can prevent the big problem.
Yeah, that's amazing. And Mariam, in your world of well-being and health and fitness, how are you witnessing AI making a difference?
Well, it makes a difference because now I don't need to go to a specific clinic to get a certain data. I can access, of course, it's not in detail, but I can access a certain data that could help me take my performance to the next level without paying hundreds and hundreds of dirhams or thousands to get a test done in a clinic. And there are a lot of apps, such I believe it's called Ochi. Ochi, for example, is a running platform, and it, in a very nice way, it takes your video and it analyzes your running. And then it tells you what you need, where's your weakness, where are your imbalances, and it actually as well gives you recommendations of exercises to improve your running. This is a great way of to improve your performance. But on the other side, you have applications that offer programs. So I believe Rana is one of them. It can give you a good structured program, but because it's AI, it doesn't know your body. So it's important to keep to play with it with an open mind. Saying like, if Rana puts a program 5 times a week running, and your body can't take that, but you force yourself to go through that.
That's dangerous.
It is quite dangerous.
That's dangerous.
And then it plays on your mind of like, am I disciplined? Am I is listening to my body bad? Exactly. Should I follow that? So while it does give you great results, it's important to study it well. This is why it's important to work with someone that is well versed in the domain of the app. So for example, health and diabetes, refer to Lama. But yeah, it's important to, yes, it's great technology, but always have an open mind. There's always room for improvement.
Of course, that makes sense. That's for sure. Speaking of fitness applications, what's your opinion on applications that generate workout plans and meal plans for the users?
I think meal plans is a bit tough because great, it can give you a general idea of what macros, micronutrients that you need, but at the end of the day, it's not a real doctor. Someone with PCOS, for example, cannot eat the same way as someone that has no symptoms of anything. Someone that has a minor intolerance of lactose, for example, cannot be given small doses of lactose. It will still affect him. So it's important to, again, it's a great tool to learn, but be careful when you apply it.
Yeah.
Same as the workouts. It's not very harmful if you know your way around the gym. But for beginners, for example, I could not recommend that to them because it's a little bit dangerous. And, yes, for sure, if you're moving with light weights, this cannot be as dangerous as someone lifting 200. But still, it's important to be very aware. So yes, generate workouts on ChatGPT, but make sure that it's the correct load,
For your
correct
body.
volume for your body. Connect with a coach. You don't have to register with a coach, but it's okay to come ask me
ask.
for example. Yeah, exactly. Is that okay to do? I sometimes go on ChatGPT and ask him for a workout, but that doesn't mean I follow every single.
Detail. Yeah,
Exactly.
this is the human input that we should always highlight. That
Yes.
there'll be someone who control the output.
Exactly, because they don't know, they cannot measure what your body can take. Especially for us women, we have a cycle to also follow. So I cannot have the same load and volume in 1 week for the whole
Follow
month.
True.
It doesn't make sense for me. But AI will give you the same load for the whole month, for example, with 3 days of deload. But that doesn't make sense. This is where we reach burnout and it gets dangerous.
So we already talked about smartwatches, wearables, smartwatches, rings, like Aura rings. I want to ask you, so you mentioned the readiness score when it tells you on your watch, oh, you have a fatigue score of this or a readiness score of this. One day someone wakes up and they check their watch, it says your readiness score is very low, but they feel okay. How do you think they should manage or go about the situation?
Again, it comes back to how you feel. You know what? I've faced this multiple times. I could wake up and I feel great. My readiness score is, I don't know, say 20. But which is not impossible, but it's very low. Sometimes it can be correct because if you notice within 2-3 hours, you're gonna
You
feel
will
yourself
go down.
tired.
Go
And,
down.
yeah. And sometimes you're trying to convince yourself you're okay, but you're not. So these wearables are great to remind you you're human. Again, which is very contradicting, I know. But you're human and it's okay to take a break. Sometimes I faced this, I think 2 days ago, my Aura ring said major signs of something is going to happen, like you're going to be sick. I did not feel sick. I slept fine. I was feeling fine. But 2 days ago, I was feeling tired. 2 days before, I mean. So it could be delayed, could be correct sometimes, and sometimes it could be off. So if you wake up feeling great, start with light movements, see where you are, how you feel,
push
2-3
yourself.
hours, eat, hydrate well, and then you can decide whether, okay, if I can hit my workout or not, or if I can continue on with the same intensity or not. Data changes, I believe. I'm not sure. I'm not an expert. But it fluctuates. And it has to be this, then it's this. No way. I wear 2 wearables. Each one of them says something else.
Different.
So it all
Don't
depends.
forget that even ChatGPT, you are able to trick it in such a way I can push it or to say wrong answers, which means what you are obtaining is not always the reality. We should not go blindly to these tools. That's why we always need and will always need the human input. Okay, whatever we will get is never and blindly the truth and the 100% thing to be followed. Okay, so exactly what as Mariam was saying, either the watches, the rings, whatever you will use, it will give you some idea, but not at the 100% idea, which means it can be like 80% correct or 90% correct of the real situation. Sometimes it is 100% correct, okay? But this explain the percentage of error that you can have from your predictions in your AI tools. You see, error is there, and we're not yet in a place where we are saying 100% the answer is correct. And that's what we try to teach our students in classes, saying yes, use it, but not blindly. read, double check, see that with the output, and don't copy paste it, especially for a report or something. Don't go and copy paste it like this and that's it. No, there are mistakes and errors are still there.
So AI can be wrong is something that we obviously know.
That's to be highlighted.
Yes, yeah. So you mentioned telling your students to, be vigilant on when they are using it. What do you think universities, what role they should play in preventing or addressing these issues caused by AI, especially in health and well-being?
Yeah, this is very important role, the university and the professors and the sport teachers or coaches, because we have to tell the students to pay attention to what you are, how you are using, how you are sharing your data, your personal data. You have to be responsible. There are ethics, there are rules to be respected. You should not give everything to the data because it is an open data or it's an open source. Everyone will have access to it. Everyone is able to reach this information. So these are to be highlighted for students. University is doing and should do lot of trainings to make the students know how to use these tools properly, correctly, ethically, and in a responsible way. And these are things that are happening in Sorbonne, especially that this year is our year of AI, so it is followed on a very good pattern, let's say, and these awareness are happening at the university, and it is our role also as professors in this university to keep informing our students and push them to follow these trainings and to better understand the way of using these tools.
What about you, Mariam?
As Lama said, I'm not gonna get in too much depth into this question. We are teaching how the students how to use it responsibly, of course, because it's important at the end of the day to be independent. You can deal with problems without AI. I think that's the main
We've been
problem.
doing this all our life.
Exactly, yeah.
We are the old generation.
Surprised now, yeah.
Now they are so dependent, the students, on that.
Yeah, they're very dependent. And then also because we are in such a fast-paced culture, they're used to the immediate solution, immediate answer. But in sports, I think it's the best way to humble a person. No, it will take time. You want to lose weight? It will take time.
Like that.
You want to build muscle? It will take time. You want to build speed? It will take time. So, sure, generate all the answers from ChatGPT, but at the same time, you will have to do the hard work. So it's important to raise awareness. While, yes, it's important to deepen your knowledge on all this with the help of AI. But at the same time, who are you as a person?
Yeah.
Who would you like to become? AI? At this point, you're all AI. Right? If we really think about it, if we're all just copying and pasting and using ChatGPT, which is the easiest way, then you get lost. You get lost in you're no longer an individual.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we're all different at the end of the day. And that's the beauty of humanity.
Yeah, of course. Okay, so by the end of 2026, what do you think the most significant change brought about by AI will be at the end of the year? And what would you like to see emerge?
I would like to see that we're not super dependent. By the end of 26, I hope that we're better trained. I'm hoping that the people that are creating these apps as well, that are not taking advantage of the people, because whilst they're using these apps, there are so many apps, but they're also using social media. And what I saw is that it's very easy to influence the generation nowadays.
True.
And it's important to take control of your life. So I want to see a lot of these kids to take control of your AI friend, if you want to call it friend.
This is so risky.
No, but I mean take control.
As a friend, I'm saying.
Not friend. Let's delete that.
Not
friend.
Risky.
But take control and don't allow it. Live your life. This is what I mean. I want to see people living their life I don't want them to ask ChatGPT, should I
How
go?
do I leave it?
Yeah, no, and you'll be surprised. I've seen so many people, oh, which restaurant should I go to? Or such simple things. Should I go to sleep at 9 or 8? No.
I agree.
So I think by the end of the 2026, very simple, take control. Take back control. Don't let it get you sucked in.
Be self-reliant.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree this on the same point, and I said it before, and I will re-say it, that ChatGPT or any AI tool doesn't know who am I. I'm nothing. I'm just entering data, and has no idea who am I or what I need or what is better for me, for my life, for my state of mind, for my situation. For the example that you said, which restaurant? Okay, he will give you all the list of restaurant choose. You see, or he will do a random choice for the rest. Okay, take this one is the best for you, and the user will believe. Yes, he said this is the best, so I'll take it. And no, it's not at all like that. You see, so no, I really want them to be aware of how to use AI. So yes, learn what is AI. Understand that what you are talking to a machine. You are not talking to a friend. You are not talking to a person in front of you. Okay, so this is a machine, you're asking question, getting data. It's like somehow, if I want to vulgarize a little bit the situation, using Google before, but getting the information faster. Understand it's like that, okay? You are used to use Google writing, what is the best solution for, let's say, running, or what is the training for running. He will give you several sites, and it's up to you to go and read in every single site and do your summary and take your decision. Here what is happening, it's faster. So we're skipping steps. ChatGPT is going to read all these websites, do the summary for you, give you his summary or its summary, not your summary that you did based on your needs and your personal life. You see, here ChatGPT is reading all this, doing a specific not even analysis, like reading things and giving you the information. You see, and there's no more any personal input in the situation. So they have to learn and to know that this is a machine. And to know how it works, so they will be convinced that it's a machine and not a friend.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, thank you both for this thoughtful conversation.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you to our audience for tuning in to Decoded by SUAD. Until next time, stay curious and take care of yourself.